Hi everyone, welcome to the Wargaming Parrot. I'm David and today we're going to be talking about how you can help your bird while it's molting. It's a very itchy and annoying time for your bird, so any ways you can help it out would be great for both you and your bird. So first up, what actually is molting? Molting is a natural process that every bird goes through. It's just where they shed old feathers and replace them with new ones. Just if there's got any damaged feathers, it's a great way of getting new ones which help them with their flight and keeping them warm. This process normally occurs once or twice a year and it's perfectly natural for every bird to go through it. When your bird is molting, it's pretty normal for them to be a lot more moody and a bit more irritable. This is because molting isn't stressful for them and it's also very itchy and annoying. It's like you having a permanent mosquito bite. Any moodiness or biting during this period, it's not personal, it's a really annoying thing for them and it's something they just need to go through and get over with. Just to show you how many feathers a bird actually molts. Sophie loves to keep their tail feathers because they're quite pretty. She wants to make them into a craft or something. So just look inside this envelope, how many tail feathers there are. I'm not going to pull them all out because I don't want to get them all messy, but there are loads. Birds molt an absolute load of feathers, so be prepared for a little bit of mess while this is going on. One of the first ways a bird can help itself when it's molting is through preening. Preening loosens up those feathers. They bite the forming feather casings and loosen them up, and they pull out any feathers that are ready to go. It's very important that if your bird is preening during molting, that you let them get on with it. Don't interrupt them, just let them do what they need to do, and through this process they will be able to get rid of lots of feathers themselves. You can see Miss Pickles sitting on my hand right now getting on some preening. She's actually going towards the end of her molt, so we've just got a few feather casings she's trying to get rid of, and she's doing a very good job of it. One of the easiest ways you can help your parrot during its molting is through diet. Now, when a bird is molting, it is using a lot of protein, a lot of energy. So if you can provide a supplement to their diet that replaces this, it makes the whole process much easier on their bodies and helps them get through it a lot quicker. Now, one of the easiest things you can provide your parrot when it's molting is egg. Now, some people call it cannibalism and all sorts of other silly things. It's not. They're unfertilised eggs. There's nothing going on there. It's perfectly natural for them to eat it, and many birds in the wild do. With your eggs, the two easiest ways to prepare them is either by scrambling them, although it's important not to add any salt or oil. You can do that in the microwave, or by hard boiling them. That's probably the hard boiling is probably a slightly safer way of doing it because it doesn't have any extra additives. It doesn't require any sort of extra prep. When you present it, just either mash it up or cut it into thin pieces or small chunks and just add it to their food, or you can provide it into a treat ramekin as a supplement. If eggs aren't a preferable source of protein for you, if you're vegan or vegetarian, or you just don't want to prepare them, you can also use peas. Peas are another great natural source of protein and they're very easy to prepare. You can either cook them or preferably just defrost them, let them sit, then add them to the bird's food. Pickles absolutely loves her peas, she just goes crazy for them. The boys, however, prefer their eggs, although they will eat their peas too. Also provide both. Both eggs and peas are perfectly acceptable to provide at the same time. And even during other times during the year, it's perfectly fine to add in peas or a little bit of eggs to their diet, just to give them a little bit of boost and add a little bit of variety to their diets. So here's some scrambled egg. We're just going to give some to Pickles and see what she thinks about it. Another natural way that parrots help themselves when they're molting is through bathing. They will find a shallow pool of water or a very thin stream and bathe under it. This isn't always possible when they're at home, and the way you can help them with their bathing is by using a spray bottle. Now we have our lovely Northern Parrot spray bottle that Miss Pickles is scared of, so let go on my shoulder. But you can use any spray bottle as long as it's got an adjustable nozzle. Now these are great because you can give them an adjustable spray. Some birds may like it a bit finer, some birds may like it a bit more dense. I don't know what other terms to use there. And the best way to spray them is fill it up and give them a couple of spritz to see if they're in the mood. And if they are, they'll start spreading their wings a little bit more, fluffing up. So then you spray them from the front so they can see what you're doing, and preferably a little bit from the top. So spray them like this above. There's actually just air coming out here. It's literally as if you were spraying, I'm spraying myself as if I was a bird, just above and to the front so they can see what's going on. And that's a great way of loosening up those feathers and making those shafts a little bit softer for them to break off and to remove. Some birds may not like being sprayed, so you can also offer them a shallow dish of water in a bowl if they're alright with that, or even under the tap. If you're doing under the tap, it's very important to remember that you keep it very fine and you keep the stream very weak, so there's nothing that's going to get them hurt or anything that's going to chill them. A lot of people take their birds into the showers with them or have shower perches, and while that may be okay for some larger birds, recommended for small birds, it's easy to get water up their nose or get a bit much for them and scare them. Another easy way you can help your bird when it's molting is by adding an avian tea extract to your spray or water. Now I've got this avian tea here called Eternal Feathers. It's from Polly's Natural Parrot Boutique, and it's a really good one. We give it to our birds all the time. All the instructions are on the pack, but to prepare it, all you do is you brew it for several minutes like normal tea, and then you let it cool down. Now what you do if you're using a spray bottle is then you take the liquid, pop it in a spray bottle and spray your parrot, just as I spoke about in the previous clip. Adding this extract to your spray bottle helps calm any irritations to their skin and further helps soften their feather shafts, making it easier for them to preen and loosen. Don't throw away the brewed up herbs, because what you can do is dry them and then add them to your bird's natural chop or food, because they make a great little supplement and they're perfectly edible. If your parrot's very comfortable with you and is happy being petted, it's another great way you can help them when they're molting. They've got loads of very itchy pin feathers, loads of very annoying feather shafts they can't get rid of. You can just pet them gently, just like I'm doing with Pickles here, and rub the feather shafts at the top very gently between your fingers. It's important you don't pinch them or do anything too hard, because your bird will probably bite you, so it'll be very irritating for them. This helps loosen these shafts and makes it easier for them to get rid of. It's also very important you only do this around the head and neck. If you touch them anywhere else, they're going to get stressed at you, and if they're already irritated from molting or feeling hormonal, they're very likely to bite you or think you're being naughty with them. Molting can be a difficult time for your bird and also for you due to their mood. It's important you're very patient with them and know that they will feel better and happier. And if you use these tips, it might make it a little easier on them. Thank you for watching. I hope you found the tips in this video useful. If you have any tips for your own, please feel free to share them in the comments. Similarly, if you have any questions you'd like to ask, I'll be happy to answer them. Have a nice day, take care, and thank you for watching.